Right now I'm on MySpace, which has its Civil War quizzes, which shows that even though most kids hate learning about the Civil War, that it's easily accessible to the mainstream. Not always right, but it's accessible to the mainstream. Here I am logging onto my profile, because I've actually taken this test before. I actually got Nathan Bedford Forrest. A little bit of inaccuracies, but it's a fun quiz to take. See, even though kids say they hate the Civil War, it's obviously something cool to take, even if they have no idea what they're reading, or other people are reading. Okay, it's which American Civil War general are you? And this is basically the quiz. First, they ask you generalizations about you, whether you're loyal to your friends, if you lack self-confidence, how good you are in battle, or if you were to go in battle, and other type things about your personality. So, am I loyal to my friends? Mostly agree. Do I lack self-confidence? Agree. You have a healthy ego? You don't like people of other races? Disagree. You show little mercy to your enemies? Oh yeah. You like to get there for firstest with the mostest? Oh, of course. You believe that war is hell? It depends. I'll go with half on that. You're full of good ideas and frenetic energy. Yeah. You often feel like banging your head against a stone wall. Oh, yeah.
Call 1-800-362-4793 now to find out what the risk
You're a show-off.
really are.
Can be. You're inclined to drink. No. You are devoutly religious. Quite the opposite.
You'll find out that medical guidelines recommend a simple test for PAD, whether you have symptoms or
You're a
not.
tough old war horse. I guess. You can be gruff and argumentative. Agree. We're a tough old war horse. I don't know, maybe half and half. Also with these tests you can obviously lie, but most people don't know who the generals are to care anyway. You're prone to fits of depression. You're likely to get shot by your own men. Oh man. You're prone to make big mistake at the worst possible time. Oh, of course. You've experienced personal tragedy. Your name might be Audacity, I guess. You're a bit of a screw up professionally. No, not really. You can see yourself undermining a coworker for your own advancement. You love animals. Agree. Your memory can be unreliable, particularly long after the fact. Disagree. People that tend to think you're a little crazy. Oh yeah, but really, really crazy. You're really quite short. Oh yeah, 4'11". You like to run for president someday? Not really. You've got all the personality of a trained attack dog. Can sometimes, not really. You like publicity? Sorta. You tend to be very deliberate, even overcautious. Oh yeah. You're from the backwoods? Not really. You're a stubborn adversary? Oh yeah. You're an honorable gentleman, woman at heart. Agree. You're fond of fancy clothes. Sometimes. You don't like the sight of blood. Disagree. You have really impressive facial hair. No. You try your best, but you keep getting undermined by those around you. You never take up arms against your home. You're a hellacious fighter and hate to surrender. Oh yeah, agree. You can see yourself condoning a massacre. Yeah, these kind of quizzes should have a rating and even a warning because they can come off a little bit wrong. And you don't always have to agree because not all these soldiers were blood-hungry, bloodthirsty. So this sort of gives the wrong impression of soldiers. You like to have a university named after you, disagree. Which also is another fallacy because not very many Civil War soldiers have a university named after them. It's only a few. A very, very little few. You are fierce in battle and quick to attack. You're no good if you don't get enough sleep. Disagree. You come from a proud family, I guess, but not even all of these soldiers come from a proud family. You've got a cutting-edge hairstyle. I have no idea what that has to do with it, but I guess makes it more mainstream. You're loved by your subordinates. No. You're well-liked personally. You have a cool nickname. You've been a failure at most things you've tried in life. You generally know when something's a bad idea. These were 50 questions. I'm not sure if there's any more coming up, but okay, I got Forrest again, and it's perhaps the finest cavalry general of the war. You've been called a genius by historian Shelby Foote. A down and dirty fighter, you rarely lose, and truthfully, well, you're more than a bit scary. Well, that really doesn't tell much. Sort of accurate, but it doesn't really tell much. And if you obviously don't care, you're probably not going to learn much. It's probably just a boredom thing. But it was a good 5-10 minutes of my life, but still, some of them don't even apply.